Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast News with the Sentinel. I'm Moinita. And let me run you through the top stories in today morning's The Sentinel. First up is about the delay in court cases across the courts of Guwahati. Of course, the cases have been pending due to the coronavirus, and there has been mostly virtual hearings that's been going on. And here is our story this morning. The corona pandemic situation is leading to further delay in resolving the pending cases in not only the Guwahati High Court but also the other lower courts in the state. In the past 6 months during the pandemic, there were only a few virtual hearings in the Guwahati High Court. However, a virtual hearing is still a non starter in the lower courts. The reason is that a large number of such courts are technologically backward. Official statistics vividly depict the serious problem of pending court cases in the state. Government records put the number of pending cases in the Guwahati High Court till August this year at 50,177, with the following breakup. Civil cases, the pending number of cases there stands at 40,166. And criminal cases, the pending number of cases are at 10,011. Official records put the pending cases in the lower courts across the state at 3.32 lakh, including 2.55 lakh criminal cases till August this year. Of course, it's really a big number, and we can well imagine how difficult the situation must have been for all the petitioners and the litigants, plus the lawyers. A huge backlog there, and it is going to be extremely difficult for the lawyers to clear this particular backlog. But nonetheless, the situation is such that they can do very little about it. Of course, like our story has mentioned, there are technological issues involved as far as uh, the functioning of the lower courts are concerned. Moving on to other news from the state of Assam, the Assam government has directed all deputy commissioners of the state to ensure that the tea garden management's complete bonus payment to their laborers by October 12 this year. That is before this year's Durga Puja. Assam has approximately 850 tea estates, according to the Payment of Bonus Act as amended in 2015. While the minimum bonus is 8.33% of the laborer's yearly earnings, the maximum is 20%. The Labour Welfare Department, in its letter to the Deputy Commissioners dated September 23, stated, and I quote, the payment of bonus has serious implication on the relations between employer and employees in the industrial scenario of Assam and is more so in the state's plantation sector. Although the beg your pardon, although the statutory bonus is payable to the plantation workers within 8 months from the date of closing of the financial year, in Assam there is a customary practice of payment of bonus only before the Durga Puja festival. That is the letter from the Labour Welfare Department to all the deputy commissioners of Assam, asking them to clear all bonus payments by October 12th, that is before Durga Puja. Moving on to some other news from the state, students from Assam who recently appeared for the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test amid the COVID-19 pandemic are now keeping their fingers crossed over the possible decline in the cutoff mark for admission into the 6 medical colleges in the state. Even though 30,311 students from the state had registered themselves to appear for the exam, less than 80% of the total candidates could actually appear for the entrance test. Since more than 20% students did not appear for the exam, there is every possibility of a decline in the cutoff mark. So that, in fact, is going to be a cause of worry. In 2019, the cutoff mark for admission into the Guwahati Medical College for the general category students was 547 out of 720 marks in the NEET exam, followed by 512 in Assam Medical College, Dibrugarh, 500 in Silchar Medical College, and 496 in Jorhat Medical College. So this is another story that is there in today morning's paper. Moving on to the ongoing investigation into the question paper leak for the sub-inspectors exams. The investigations into the recent leak of question paper that led to the cancellation of the police sub-inspector examination across the state on September 20 has taken an interesting twist, with a former DIG, that's Deputy Inspector General of Assam Police, P.K. Datta, named as the prime accused in the case. Following this revelation, the Assam Police launched the latest search operations in the properties of Datta to find out more links in the scam. Besides, since Wednesday, Assam Police has seized a huge amount of gold items and other documents from Datta's house at Hingrabari. The details of the seizure have not yet been disclosed. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, addressing the media on Thursday, said that order has been given to initiate stern action against all those guilty. Each of them will be awarded exemplary punishment. And in fact, the Chief Minister had earlier directed the DGP to look into the matter, to investigate into the matter, and the DGP in turn has directed the IGP police to look into the whole issue. That is how there has been very prompt action in this entire matter, and already at least 3 people have been arrested. Raids are going on round the clock across different locations of Guwahati and Assam. And also, the Chief Minister had earlier directed Assam Police to conduct the exams within a month. The dates, however, are awaited as far as the examination for the sub-inspector's post in Assam Police is concerned. Now, moving on to news from other states of the region. Incessant rains continue to lash Meghalaya, and there has been landslides in the state. Mud and landslides buried 2 people at the Shillong Police Reserve on Thursday, taking the toll in such incidents to 6 across the state in the last few days. The tragic incident happened when the 2 people had gone there to clear the mudslide. However, a second bout of landslide buried the part-time workers of the police department. Their bodies have been retrieved. Meanwhile, the police has evacuated at least 6 families from the precarious areas located in the vicinity. Following heavy rains that lashed the state in the last 24 hours, Bagmara and Tura have remained cut off after the Daldam River swept away connecting wooden bridge. There were similar reports where 2 houses were washed away in the Umsalam area of Ribhoi district. No casualty has been reported in this particular incident. The district administrations have issued advisories for residents living in the vulnerable areas. Moving on to Arunachal Pradesh, residents of 3 remote districts in Arunachal Pradesh bordering China have drawn the attention of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to a proposed national highway project that has been awaiting formal clearance since 2018. The residents, under the aegis of a committee, in a letter to Modi, cited military advantage among other reasons on the road projects, saying that once completed, the road would significantly reduce the distance between the sensitive border region to the state capital of Itanagar. The letter, written by the Zero-Tie Anando Began Highway Committee, comes within days after 5 people from Upper Subansiri district were abducted by China's PLA. At least that was what the families told the police and the district administration. Abducted by China's PLA and being handed back to India, and ongoing tension along the India-China border in eastern Ladakh since early this year. Of course, the government has been focusing on the infrastructure development of the region, and Arunachal Pradesh definitely remains one of Narendra Modi government's focus areas. And here is an update on the coronavirus status in the states of Arunachal Pradesh and Meghalaya. First, news from Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal Pradesh had seen the highest single-day pandemic spike. 289 new cases reported. The total tally now at 8,133. Number of active cases 2,216. Recovery rate slightly down to 72.58%. Death toll stands at 14. And the update from Meghalaya: 199 cases reported, again another single day highest for the state. These are recoveries, in fact, a single day high recovery of 199 cases. And the new COVID-19 cases reported in Meghalaya in the last 24 hours is 124. Thankfully, like rest of India, Meghalaya too seeing more recoveries than reporting new cases. The state's total recoveries now stands at 3,085, active cases at 1,977, death toll at 43. We have already reported about the Manipur cabinet, where Chief Minister M. Biren Singh has dropped three of his cabinet colleagues, and speculation now rife that a possible reshuffle of the Manipur cabinet is on the cards. Going back to news from the state of Meghalaya, the Meghalaya Democratic Alliance government on Thursday approved the interest subvention scheme to provide 2% relief on interest to farmers who are availing the Kisan credit card loans. Announcing this decision after a cabinet meeting, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma said, and I quote, "I am happy to inform all our farmers, those who have availed the KKC loans, that the state government will be reimbursing 2% of their loan interest," unquote. A total of 90,000 of the 1.60 lakh farmers registered under the KCC scheme in Meghalaya availed the loans. So while the center has passed the farms bills, here is also good news for the farmers in the state of Meghalaya. So these are some of the top stories in today morning's The Sentinel. News and updates continue in sentinelassam.com. Log in to stay updated with all the latest happenings from the state of Assam, the entire region, Northeast, the nation, and the world, and also find our video and news stories across the social media platforms of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Till we meet again, take care, stay safe, goodbye.